So folks, this is the fourth quadrant where RIRA has already built 2 out of the 4 sides for potentially a next section of Motorgate parking here. The thing is that they've already invested in this, and that's clearly the way it was designed. We can see all of the columns over there have the poles ready for parking on this side. This would provide on the order of 550 parking spots, which would be great because the first half of this, which is the southern half, was built when the island was a population of 6,000. That's the original wire buildings. The second, which is the third quadrant, was built in the late 80s with Manhattan Park, which added on about 1,000 units and 3,000 people. And then this last, which we're pretty much done with this now, with all the buildings, would be for the last 3,000 or so people, because the island's population is now about 12,500. So this is the best spot for it because it has everything built around it.
So the buses would stay in the first
Right,
floor?
so what would happen is here is that if you can see, so we are on 8, which is the top corner over there, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and that's it would be the 3rd floor and up, which would leave room for their sand hill here that they'd have to reconfigure. But it would completely leave RIRA's operations here, having the buses, all their parking, all of their facilities and supplies. The only thing they need to do would be reconfiguring that, and that's not that's obviously a temporary structure. And then everything else could be used here, which is all of the other space, all of the entrances. It was planned this way from the purpose of the general development plan. And as I said, we have 2 sides already built,
This side
and that side that are exactly right. Right, Rule?
How many additional spots do you think you'd get?
On the order of 500 to 600. So I would guesstimate. It could be even as close to 700. So each floor, on average, holds about in a quadrant. Okay, holds. Let's see. So that's 50 and 50. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, about 500 spots.
What's the hypothetical timeline if they were to do this?
Well, they'd have to hire, a study and engineering firm, and and do that. It's clear that this is a structure that was intended to be extended. Okay, so the engineering firm would then go out and build the other, order the other components to be built, and it would just extend outward.
So basically, the master plan of this included this 4th quadrant.
The master plan included this area as parking.
And the question is, why haven't they acted on doing
I think this is a bigger project, Now maybe 5 or 10 years ago when they were building Southtown, they might say, we have Southtown, or 15 years ago, we have Southtown 1 and 2, and I don't know if the island's really going to grow. They've pretty much completed all the residential parking. Plus we also have Cornell too, and we have so this is a place where it would satisfy those requirements.
Was the 3rd quadrant built with
Yes.
Manhattan Park?
Yes, it was built, I believe, in the late 80s. So that one
they
Manhattan.
subsidized the cost of the build?
RIRA had partnered with Manhattan Park. It's part of their ground lease. It was the first time. It's actually the first ground lease that RIRA had since it was formed, because all of the other ones, which are the wire buildings, were done with UDC, Urban Development Corporation. So the form of the ground lease is different. It's like 40 chapters to it, but this all was done at that time.